Yee-haw! Yee-haw! I hope Stephen Campbell's in here today. I am obsessed with Appalachia. Absolutely obsessed. Got to get there. Got to get there. Missed out on recording contracts. Missed out on interviews because I couldn't get out to America because I didn't get my waiver sorted for a little bit of previous back in the old days, you know, a little bit of messing about. But as soon as old Campbell in his car, Campbell's car I like to call him, as soon as Campbell's car said he could show me around a bit, I thought, I've got to get out there, man. And so I am going to... there he is. Yee-haw! I was just saying, Mr. Campbell, as I like to call you, Campbell's car Campbell, I've missed out on so many things not being able to get out to America because of things I've done in my past. But you can get a waiver. You can get it waived off if you prove that you've changed your life around, and I think I can do that. And as soon as you said you could show me a bit about up there, I haven't stopped watching videos. We're going to watch a little bit of video. We're going to watch a bit of video about Appalachia in a minute. I'm just obsessed with the place. I can kind of see what I was talking about Europe, about the way Europe dissolving into ghettos and people leaving and a very different place. I can see it. I can see it forming those new local communities, not like Appalachians in as much as they're going to be start going, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. I mean, you know, I'm 45 now, but I just mean in terms of their culture and their independence from the law and their love of their culture. So, I've never been interested in anywhere else in America. I don't want to go to New York. I don't want to go to LA. I'm not interested at all. But Appalachia, I am all over it. Right, okay. Do us a favour. John's been twice, loved it. Do us a favour, get over on the community tab and just say something. Just say something like, come and join us for a lovely chat. It's in the chat. I'll play a bit. It doesn't matter what you say, really, as long as you like other people's posts. You all know anyway, sometimes we have over 100, but also reply to other people's comments. Give it the impression there's a big conversation going on. Just do that. I reckon if we hadn't have been doing that recently, we'd been getting about 40 people a show, because YouTube is just all over me at the moment, and there's a few other things happening, going on, and loads to tell you though, loads of interesting things. So we'll play a little bit of music. I'm going to get my hair combed and make a cup of tea. I certainly do need that link takes you to nothing, yeah? Does it? I don't. Takes you to the Dangerfield community link. I'm on it now. And 7 people have replied already. And I'm now replying to them. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah! Yeah, I know they're cultural stereotypes, but you know. Shoes on, tut. This isn't the London Underground, young man. Yeah, well spotted on that picture. That's an old chaise lounge. That's my old flat in Soho there. It's quite interesting to see it. That picture of the bird on the wall was I was with her for 6 years. Beautiful woman. Beautiful look at, beautiful body. He told me she had cancer. And if you look at the hat, you look at the hat on the fireplace, that's my fascist hat with the bits that hang down, based on what's his name? Good Lord, I can't even remember his name. I'll remember in a minute. I nearly remember the name of the company that made the hat. Do you remember I told you that it was the company? I had the hat made especially for me, but I didn't realise they were Bondres, which doesn't bother me at all. But when I turned it over, it had something in it, and I remembered last night what it was. Mussolini's black shirts. That's the hat that's based on. And but yeah, feet on, up on the old chaise lounge, and the old cufflinks, and I know what trousers they are as well. That suit's still going. Anyway, let's get this music sorted out so that we can go Woodland, the good old Mussolini in his black shirts. We'll get this bit of music on. I'll get a cup of drag a comb through me here, and we'll have an hour or so of interesting chat. And we're slowly going to get back to normal. I spoke to my doctor today, my English doctor. Oh, I've got a plan. He's got a plan for me. He's a mate of mine. I'll tell you what, when your GP is your mate, life is it's just different. You know, when you're sick and you got to make an appointment, you turn up and, you know, he's going to do this and he's going to sort of touch this and then he's going to write something down and it's all like, nah, not when he's your mate and you're on the phone. You go, oi, I need to know about this. and it's awesome. And it's awesome. So he hit me up today on another social network. I don't want to dox him. I don't want loads of people suddenly getting on to my GP, because this is a geezer that got me to get him some opium. when he had flu, he asked for some opium, and I was laughing at him. He said, "Yeah, but it works." He said, "I don't want paracetamol." He said, "I want something that works. I want something that's going to make me forget that I'm sick." Hello, Yaff, you little Yaff, you Yaff. Hi, all you beautiful people, and you, Chris. Thanks for separating me from the beautiful people. I hope everyone is doing okay. I'm right in the shit at the moment because of the magic money I discovered from my days of buying gear back online in 2013. Okay, so you've done the same as me. You bought a load of Bitcoin to buy gear with. It's now $50,000 a bit. And you're back on the tackle and it's wrecking your life. That's what I'm guessing. Ping me an email. Let's have a chat. Let's have a chat, because there's a couple of ways this could go. This could kill you. It might not. There's no reason why it should. It's very hard to overdose on heroin. But it could also sort your life out, and you could also end up with a very nice life and a very nice life. You know, you could travel the world, all sorts of things could happen. You could fall in love with people, with places, with experiences. So, yeah, if you can write to me whenever you want, mate, you can get to me on Patreon, send me an email. I'm not going to give you advice. I'm not going to shout at you. I'm not going to, holy fuck. Holy fuck. Yeah, I can see that that is potentially bad. So you've got nearly $2 million worth of Bitcoins. Terrible things, drugs, aren't they? Yeah, but you could end up here with an incredible life. You know, a life worth living, a life less ordinary, could say. We can have that conversation whenever you want. Because if I was in your position and I could think, right, I can go down that road or I can go down that road, I'd put whatever energy I could into that road, because then I could put a backpack on. I mean, I don't know what your family situation is, but if you were all on, well, I get your on B, but if he's got a smack habit, it's not that simple. It's not going to be a question of him going, I'll stop taking that. That could be the nightmare of this. That inability to get the sort of the strength required to take on that withdrawal, and slowly watching that money disappear. And then at some point it's just going to be skin and still with a habit. So I know you're only joking, but hello there, Shinobi. How are you? Do you remember the arcade game, Shinobi? Yeah, for sure. But when you got that kind of money, the motivation is kind of lessened, because your body and mind can tell you different things, Ian. Your body and mind can say, I've got 2 mil. That I can get on the dark net. I can buy myself a kilo of brown or white even. You can even get some Burmese number 4. I mean, hello Vulture Droid, how are you, mate? When you're right in the addiction, what's money? Money's just smack vouchers. What's the point of getting clean? It just takes the value away from the money. Oh, mate, you don't need to apologise as long as you're on. As long as you're being honest, you say what you want here. No, there's about 5. There's about 5. Hello, Zarbo. There's about 5 potential routes this could go, and 4 of them could end up with you dead. So you're in a tricky position. Anyway, let's have this music. I'll comb your hair. I'll comb your hair. I've got to have a cup of tea. I'm so tired. That's what's not going away. And I'll tell you what, if I've got one of those bullshit things like, what is it, ME or EM or MS or something that I don't believe in, I don't even know what they are, fibromyalgia or something, I'll be fucking... Vulture Droid is eating fish and chips with a knife and fork. It's just a bit of class, and it also allows you to get it in your tomato ketchup vertically, which is a wonderful thing. Well, they are when you're on smack. That's the problem. People say to you when you're using. People say to you, mate, if you stop now, you've got £1.5 million there. £1.5 million. And the person is using, thinking, yeah, but if I stop now, what do I want them for? What do I want all that money for? It's wasted. What was it for? What? Buy football. All right, people, I'll see you shortly. Let's have some musicana. Apparently, yeah, no, I did just so right when I said that. One is multiple sclerosis, and I do believe in multiple sclerosis. Well, thank you, Moody Edge. I'm glad you cleared that up, because I knew I had made that mistake and I couldn't remember what MS was. And for sure, I've got friends with MS, and it's making their life hell. Here we go then. So I do this. We'll bosh that away. Hello, Ralph. We'll get this back. We'll do some housekeeping, and I've got some stuff to talk to you about, which will be wonderful, which is how we like it. We'll do a bit of that. And actually give this, oh, God, that damn audio. Actually give this piece of music a listen. It's the piece we have every day. Actually give it a listen. This is a solo guitar. It's a beautiful arrangement. It's wonderfully played. The sound of the guitar is beautiful. And yeah, just try and give it a fresh listen, because I did the other day and it was beautiful. The way he's trying to fill in those chords, do you know what I mean? And it's working. I don't think it is two guitars, John. I disagree with you. I think it's a solo guitar. Well, I totally ruined the old timing on that, didn't I? I haven't got the skills to know whether that's one or two guitars, but I know someone who has, and I will find out. I'm just gonna just comb the hair a little bit, get a little bit of shape and definition. I think they're the words I use these days when talking about females. Oh, I haven't told you, have I? I'm transitioning. Christine, innit? Christine. I said, how much must it take to go down on someone that you hate? Christine. Oh, bollocks. I haven't brought over me, there it is. Don't want to be burning holes in the tableau noir. A little bit of French for you there, a bit of the old tableau noir. Right, Mumford, if you're watching this, was that one or two guitars? I'll tell you what, I'll send it to him and get him to tell me. I'm not doing this to say, see, I told you, I think it's one guitar. That's what I'm saying. So if he writes back and says it's two, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm well sussed. I'm sure all of you will. You're well sussed. But it would be nice to know, wouldn't it? And he does know. Yeah, I think it's one guitar, Al. I got John Citizen thinks it sounds like two. That's because he's doing those beautiful chords. in between the picking, he's putting in those chords. He's almost comping. Do you know what I mean? He's comping himself. It's quite lovely. Stephen Campbell said, I'm going to call it one guitar using hybrid picking. Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. He's dropping in chords while he's still picking, so that you're getting the sort of a beautiful full chord while there's this, what sounds like you're getting harmony and melody, which is music, of course. Anyway, let me send it to him, and if he's about now and not splashed out. So he lives in Patong, and Patong's great. As you know, it's my spiritual home. I knew someone would do it. It's 3 guitars. Marzipan is 10, obviously. It's a guitar orchestra. You know my mate Paul Mumford, who Sting wasn't involved. No, he's an Englishman in New York. You know, I had my best mate Paul on the other day. Well, he used to go to the guitar ensemble. It was part of his course, his degree course on his undergraduate course. And him and his mate decided to do a lot of mushrooms before they went. Now there's like 20 other students there, and 4 or 5. I've got to put the fan on. And 4 or 5 tutors. And so they're all there, and they've all got the pieces of music in front of them, and it's all sort of like, oh, David JC has got something to say to me, has he? I don't know what's going on. I'm going to get the grift on, though, for sure. I can't be talking for 22 minutes and not earn a bean. That's disgraceful. And I will get the old Twitch going as well. What the hell is that? Not what I expected. So they've turned up to this guitar ensemble tripping, and they're just sort of like just going like this. Like, can I do this? That's got a nice shape about it. And like, and you know, and then very quickly the tutors realised that these very talented guitarists did not have a clue what was going on, and just was occasionally just going ting. And because he was a fantastic guitarist for the rest of the course, at his end of course review, it said Mr. Mumford has continually shown an ability to think critically about many forms of music, blah, 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 blah. And then right at the end, it said, come to think of it, his talents have really mushroomed this year. Now, I've got something, Marzipan. I've got something. So let me just send this off to Mumford. So many things to do. Mumford, 1 or 2 guitars? There you go. He will be the man to tell us, although it does say solo guitars. It does say solo guitar. Oh, it does say what? Oh no, yeah, it says solo guitar. But you know, that could just be 2 solo guitars. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Right, let's get this entropy sorted, because I'm fed up. I'm fed up with it. But I've got something lovely. I've got my GP doing something lovely for me. And he talked to me this morning. He said, how are you? And I said, well, not well. I'm not well. And he said, why? I said, well, everyone thinks I'm using back on it. He said, are you back on it? I said, well, I'm not NA clean. I do dabble in this and that now and again. But nowhere near enough to have a change in mood. I've had so much work on. I've actually been doing less. Maybe that's it. Send the bloody code. He said, all right then. He said, put a calendar together next 3 weeks. Oh, I've got a... What's that? Who's called me there? Oh, no, it's a bloke in the letter. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm working at the moment. Can I call you when I've finished in about an hour? Yeah, no problem. I'll do it for you. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, lovely. Bye. Got a new angle, hasn't he? Got a new angle. Gonna buy her a farm. Imagine he pulled it off, though. Imagine he pulled it off. Every time the reason I'm doing it is because I get to deliver it. And I tell you what, she's, I like all women. I haven't got a type. I do like a bimbo. You could say that, but physically, I'll take a very slim woman. I'll take a very big woman. I'll take a very curvy woman. But this woman is the most curvaceous woman you ever seen. Everything about her is just... It was like God had only the S to make her with. It's really quite peculiar. Oh, so entropy's not working again then. No, I got round this somehow, didn't I? I got round this yesterday somehow. Let's try that. Why? I wonder what it is. I really do. It's really annoying. I go to entropy. I don't know. Anyway, my doctor said write out a 3-week calendar, and then everything you're eating, everything you're sleeping, how long you're sleeping, all this other stuff. Well, I have to, Ralph, because otherwise I'm not gonna get it's gonna be super chats only, and what an amazing thing to come back to. I can't believe he's still trying. However, is that the lead I need, Ian? Ian, is that is that the LAN, man? Is that the LAN? Is that the one I want? Is that going to allow me? Yeah. Is it looking good? Is it looking good? But it's bloody lovely. It's bloody lovely, entropy, when it works. But I don't get why it's not working. Is this the live wire? That is a LAN. Right, okay. Yeah, but that's all wrong. That doesn't seem to be right. That doesn't seem to be right at all. Right, let's just try that. Let's try that. Let's pop that in there. I think I might have done it. No. Why does it say I'm not streaming? I hate this stuff sometimes. It's driving me mad. I don't need this morning. Right, so that is a LAN, is it? LAN of Hope and Glory. So it has to go in one. I don't think it's worth trying to sort that out now. One, I don't think my LAN cable is big enough, and B, I have no idea where to put that into my computer. Why the hell is my... Why isn't that? Plug that from the modem into the pooter. Well, yeah, but where in the pooter? That's what I don't get. See you later, Alan. Take care. Put in the CD drive. I haven't got a CD drive. What kind of nonsense is that? I don't think this thing's got a LAN. I don't think this has got a LAN. Why isn't my entropy working? I am going to go mad with them. It's just not right, is it? Why isn't it accepting me? I just don't understand. Let's see if I might have fixed it. Well, I'm so sorry, people. I didn't want to come back to this. I know that. You know what? I will. Oh, you know what I was about to say. I know a lot of people are getting pissed with the quality of the streams lately, and my clear and apparent what the hell is... What? I wonder if I can sign in with Google. But yeah, but I know all that, and I thought this will be the start of it getting back together. This will be the start of, here we go, 2 streams a day, lovely, guests on, as it was before. And it just hasn't paid off. It just hasn't worked out that way. I reckon I know why. And I know how I can fix it. I think I've got it. I think I'm on it. But anyway, there you go. Anyway, I've got to write out this bloody calendar, and I've got to write out all what I was watching. I've got 120 people in. I haven't even sorted out old Rags over there. He's probably getting the ump with me. Probably going to make his way down to sunny Phnom Penh and smack me about the place, knowing what he's bloody like and all that. I've got my alopecia. Got my alopecia. Just here. Got my alopecia at the front. I just don't know why it does it up until a certain point, and then it just goes, nah, we're not going to let you play anymore. All All right, fuck you then. We're gonna have to go via. We're gonna have to go via. Didn't it change last time when I'd done something here? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Thank you very much, Griff. Thanks, Grim FPV. No entropy. Thanks for the knock, though. It's you can still donate to Entropy. Don't get me wrong. You can go there, but it just it hasn't got. Oh, hang on a minute. What's going on here? It hasn't got all the usual ribbons and bows, but you can still. What the hell is going on here? Honestly, I feel like I've gone down into some tunnel of tripping. I've only done it. I've done it, people. I've done it. People have done it by complete and utter accident. It was actually worth it for the magic. Now, this is going to sound cheeky, but can someone donate £1 or something? I'll send it to you in the post, or I'll do a shout out to your old nana. But I think Entropy. I just kept pressing random buttons. I don't know how to do it. So the Entropy link is in the chat. It's in the description of the video. And Respawn has dropped a £5 and he said, "Yeah, now it works." One nipple is about 4 inches taller than the other. The question you've got to ask yourself is, how do you do that by accident? And I did. I just kept pressing all sorts of different things. Hello, Burlington Bertie. There's a poem about it, about the Burlington Arcade, isn't there? Because you've got, what's his name? Don't let me forget his name. I'll be cast out of the sartorial circles that I've barely managed to penetrate. No one tipped me. Hang on. No, don't worry. Oh, look at that. Look at Entropy flying away. Look at that. It almost feels like donating to Entropy is like, what a weird thing. What a very strange thing. Right. Well, you're going to get longer. You're going to get longer. Right. Hang on a minute. Going to get longer. I'm going to make up for all that hoo-ha and malarkey. Let's deal with these donations. Burlington Bertie. Beau Brummel. There is a statue of Beau Brummel, King, Lord, dare I say, Lord of the English dandy. There is let's have a look at it. Let's see if we can find a photo of it. Statue of Beau Brummel. Here you go. This is the statue of Beau Brummel that is at the end of the Burlington Arcade, just opposite New and Lingwood, which is where I get my cravats and braces. Yeah, sure. That's where I do that. But nice to see you, Burlington Bertie. What's the rest of the thing? Burlington Bertie was late at 30 or something like that. I don't know. Right, let me get on with some of these super chats. Amazing that they all flew in as soon as you could see how chuffed I was that I'd managed to sort out entropy. I call it entropy because I like to give it a little French touch now we're friends again. It's very friendly language, French, you know. Unless you're telling someone. Is someone deleting messages? It'll be not me. If anyone's deleting messages, tell me if there's anyone with a spanner in the chat. It'll either be them, but YouTube are deleting messages without a doubt. Right. Grim FPV got the ball rolling with a no entropy 50 knock. Nice one. Absolutely wonderful. Linda Hunter. Entropy is atrophied down under, but I'm glad you saw it. No, it should be working. Try it. Try it. You can try it. The problem is, Linda, you need to try. You need to do it bullseye to get it working. Even tiddies, uneven tiddies. I don't know what it means. Linda, thank you for that donation, love. Al Max can't even sign into it. Well, there is loads of entropy donations come in, so it is working. We've got the next bit of Burlington Bertie. Hang on. Burlington Bertie. Google deleted messages. That's not the next bit, is it? That's not the next bit. Is that the next bit? I'm Burlington Bertie. I rise at 10:30. But it's a lovely. We'll have a quick look. We will look at all those donations are in entropy. I've got yours, Ledden. I've got yours, Rebecca, Clarks, Linda, Respawn. You're all there. But let's have a look at this. This is on German Street. This is if you go right. So you go down Piccadilly. You know where Piccadilly is. You've got Piccadilly Circus, which is at the end of fucking hell, man. Which is at the end of, I can't even remember the name. Well, you go from Cambridge Circus all the way along the road, I'm thinking, to Piccadilly Circus. You go up Piccadilly, turn a left down Burlington Arcade. Some of the most beautiful shops in there. On the bottom right, you've got New and Lingwood, which is it's just the English style, and it's just, you can spend hours in there. And I'll tell you what, that's where they base the Far Show on. Suits you, sir? Sir, like to perhaps rub the shoulder, sir? It's just like that. It's wonderful. We're going to get to the land. Keep trying, Al. Keep trying, mate. You're doing all right. Right. Hang on. Who just said hello to me? And I completely... You tell them, more like. Thoroughly enjoyed you and Devon. Thought it was brilliant. What a peculiar couple of people to speak together. I don't mean that in a bad way. I like that. I like those conversations. I want those. Me and Teddy Dutton are doing a talk. It's on the 26th. I think it's the 26th of March. It'll probably be the 25th for you lot, about 7 o'clock in the afternoon. But it'll be 2 in the morning start for me. Thanks, Ted. But me and Teddy Dutton should be an interesting one. And it was much like that, History Bro and Devon Tracy. And the thing with Devon, I mean, I've met him a few times, Devon, so I've got to know him. But when you first get to know him, and I'd like to know your opinion on this, History Bro, although Bentropy was funny. Yeah. I'll put a whistle on. I'll have the full bit on. I'm not going to go on Professor Teddy Dutton show without some proper schmutter on. Not a chance. History Bro, his online personality gives you a certain you tend to think he's a certain type of person, but when you're actually in conversation with him, he's really soft and really he really gives you time, and he's really understanding, and he listens to what you say. He wants to know what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? He's a lot of streams online are just two people wanting to get their bit in, like in many conversations are like that. Most conversations are just two monologues where people are waiting to get their bit in. But Devon really wants to give you time and wants to understand what you're saying, and also wants to respond. Atheism is unstoppable, Ian. Devon Tracy. But Devon really wants to understand what you're saying and engage with it. So it was really nice. If you haven't heard it, you can still get it, but you can't get it on YouTube. I watched it on Odyssey, I think, which I should have my channel for this week. There you go. He was way more laid back than I thought it'd be. It was a pleasure, for real. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Just not the online personality, basically. Which, I mean, I think in different people, there's different grades of how much of that you get. How much of it when you're doing your own show do you get when you're in conversation? I think Devon couldn't be further apart. He's very soft. He's keen to understand. He's keen to have a conversation, and that's really rare these days. People these days they're not interested in conversing. They're interested in monoversing. Right, so I've got this LAN cable. It looks like it's a few centuries old. So is there anyone who can tell me? Hang on, what's that a minute? Hang on. No way! Oh my gosh. Beat me to it. Bollocks. Should have jumped on that one. I don't mean it like that. I'll take that back immediately. Right. It's good to see you, Yaf. It really is, mate. Right. What is it? Can I just ask, is there a chance that this computer, this laptop, doesn't have a LAN? It's a military spec computer. I'm not sure they necessarily have LAN ports out in the middle of the Helmand province. I mean, I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that's the opposite of that, right? Let's see if we've got anything going on around this side, which is worse because my router's over there. But the router I might be able to get a bit of a meter or two out of the router. Oh God, I didn't even know that was there. What the hell is that? Yeah, I don't want to be opening that door again. What we got in this one? They look like two very old monitor links. Okay, let's have a look around the back. Look at that. Even after I found my LAN and I thought I'd made some friends, this computer does not have a LAN. Not a chance. There's one more door I can open here, but I fear it's the battery. It well is. That gets shut quickly. Oh man, can people who know are some laptops void of LANs? Let me see. Rugged Extreme Del E 6 2. Let me put that into Google. Did we even get a look at Beau Brummell, or did I just look at it? Rugged Extreme Del E6 420 is the one. LAN cable. This ain't looking good, people, because why would be people asking? Well, it says you can. I mean, this isn't the best comeback stream, is it? I will be reading out all your super chats that are still coming through. Lovely, nice one, Stephen. We are on minimum wage now, so no dramas. I just want to know where it is. Right, hang on. Where is it? VGA cable. Is that the same thing? Right, this is what I'm going to do. Rather than wasting anyone else's time, I'll fiddle around with that when I'm not doing a stream. But we'll have a little look at some pictures at the end of the Burlington Arcade. There we go. That's his boat race. That is him opposite New Lingwood. And you can go and see that it's still there today. There he is. Look at him pouncing it up like a beagle. I know they're not as big as they could be. Let me see if I can make them a little bit bigger for you. See, there was a weird thing about Beau Brummell. Beau Brummell was a fake person, and that was part of it. It wasn't about being coming from money and having the schmutter. It was about quite the opposite, being skint, but actually pulling it off. You know, making the effort of having of looking like a dandy. You know, dandies were skint. Poor old Sebastian could barely afford a prostitute and a 20 bag of crack a night, bless him. And there's old Beau Brummell. But if you ever get down German Street, go and say hello to Beau Brummell. It's quite the statue. For me, one of the more interesting statues in London, because it's you know, no one knows who he is. I reckon more than half of this this stream didn't know who Beau Brummell was, and there he is, the little Brummell, dirty little Brummell, wasn't he? Anyway, right, let's deal with some of these super chats, because it was lovely for them to come in. It does make a difference. I am sacrificing real life work time, and I'm thinking that might be making me a bit sick as well. Not not sacrificing real work time, but just a little bit of I might have to go back to a bit earlier. You remember I used to start the stream at 7 o'clock, and now it's sometimes 10 or 11 o'clock, and it's meaning that my day is being crunched together. I wake up, I stream, and then I start work immediately. Work finishes, I stream, and then I work again. Before, when I was doing them earlier, there was a couple of hours in between. So E6. It's E6. E620. Nah, that ain't it. Hang on. Let me just check, see if that bloke walking up the stairs saw my massive bollocks. Dell Rugged Extreme E620. That ain't right. Might be that. Try Dell Rugged Extreme E620. That might be my computer. Right, now I've got something for you, as promised. We'll get back to the entropies in a minute, because I'm no doubt a few more are coming, and it also deals with the when it's working like it is now. It also deals with the who said that? The unknown fop. If I could turn back time. But I did find a landlord on your advice, Marzipan. There was no talk of this. Your computer should have one. Right. No, you ain't work. You lot of pleasure. This is brilliant. I love it. I absolutely love it. Very, very disappointed how many people we lost when I said that it wasn't a nationalist channel, though. Very, very, very disappointed. Because it's gonna remain the channel it's been for the last 6 months. I'm just gonna save myself. Wes has gone. Wes has had all his stuff nicked. Barkley's had all his stuff nicked. I'm telling you this now, right? I'll tell you this now. 4 or 5 channels will go over the next 2 weeks. I'm telling you that now. I know that for a fact. Just go. Will have disappeared from the internet. Now, I lost a load of viewers because people didn't quite understand it. When you're a grifter because you stopped being a nationalist. Nationalism is where the grift is. That's when I go on a mad nationalist rant. That's where it's ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So I was a grifter for being a nationalist, and then I was a grifter for not being a nationalist. A real shame. A real shame. But I'm telling you now, we'll lose another 4 or 5 channels this week. And all I wanted to do was not lose this channel, because it's a community, and especially during this COVID time, it's been important. It's been important for us to be able to talk to each other. And the people who are saying which ones, these ain't necessarily people who are getting knocks on the door. These are people who are just jacking it in because it's too high risk. Now, what I done was changed my format, changed my appearance. We talk about nice clothes. We talk about eating well. We do stretching. We read Bukowski. You know, we do stuff. We do investments. You know, things like that. We've got our free trade thing. We'll do that actually. We'll do that this week. We'll get together and we'll talk about what's going on with the stock markets and how everyone's been doing. They crashed, didn't they? They crashed last couple of days. Good Lord, did I go into the red. But listen, don't think of the stock markets as an overnight thing. You don't wake up one day and go, you've lost 500 quid and think, shit. You hold on to those stocks for years. You hold on to them for 4 or 5 years. And one day you suddenly realize, hang on a minute, I'm 5 grand up. So chill out, all right? I don't even know what that means, Ollie. I didn't want to be a mod anymore. What a mod is in happening? Louis. Oh. No, what I tried to do was still make content, but without putting the target on my back so that they can say I groom Nazi teenagers, because that stuff is fucking serious. This is my life. You know, this is my life. I'm trying to be clever about it while still make content. Nice one, Ollie. I wish more people had done that. You know, it's very hard to slag off a channel that has made a video saying this isn't a nationalist channel, that talks about investments, that talks about stretching, that talks about dressing well, that talks about investments, that talks about passive income streams, that talking about passive income streams, listen. And bless you, European housewife, you're an absolute dream. You've always got such a lovely sentiment about you, and it's really it's a pleasure to be around. Oh yeah, so I'm getting my editor to transcribe my stories that I've told on YouTube. You remember, so that I can put out books of shorts. So my editor writes up so let's take the car chase story. My editor transcribes it, right? Then I take the transcription, I rewrite it, adding loads of other stuff I missed out when I first told it, other bits that didn't get mentioned, bits that, because I was doing it off the top of my head, just forgot about. Then my editor edits it again. Now that means he's already done 8 of them. He's done 8 of these fuckers. He's already done 8 of them, and he's done the crack diaries. Well, he's done the first one. He's now working on the second one. So the crack diaries 3-parter, they'll be available in Amazon in about 2 or 3 months, and there'll be 3 separate books. So you'll be able to buy the first one, and then a couple of weeks later buy the second one, and then a couple of weeks later buy the third one. And that's magic for me. That's just magical, because then I can start building up more and more books in Amazon. I've only got to sell 30 or 40 a month, which is next to nothing. But if you've got 20 titles and you're doing 30 or 40 a month, what's that? Let's say 40 titles. Yeah, let's do it. 40 titles. No, 8 titles. 40 a month equals that. Times my cut equals that. I have no idea what happened then. I just pressed buttons on a calculator and it didn't work out right. Let me try it again. So let's say I've got 10 titles out. I've got 10 titles. Each one is selling 40. So 10 times 40 equals 400. So now I'm selling 400 a month. Now I get 70% of that, which is £7 each. So 400 times 7. That's £2,800 a month for work I've already done. Do you understand how that works? And 40 selling 40 a month isn't that difficult. You know, I've got a list of podcasts and YouTube channels that I've been on who've already agreed to have me on every time I release a book. So I can say, yeah, got a new one coming out. Yeah, and people can book it in advance. And if you book it in advance, you get a few quid off. So if you book it in advance, you get a few quid off. And that means that I go up the Amazon rankings, because on the day it's released, everyone who booked in advance makes a sale. And the further you go up the Amazon ranks, more people buy them because you're going further up. So it's really lovely. I didn't mean to tell you all the boring money thing, although it is interesting to talk about passive revenue streams. But what's lovely is, of course, when I get the email off him and he goes, here you go, here's what one did he do me? He sent me White Lies. Do you remember the one about the Amazon, the Arsenal season ticket? The Arsenal season ticket, and buying a new second monitor for my kid. So he'd done those two. He'd done the first one of the Crack Diaries, and he'd done the first one of the Crack Diaries, the two White Lies ones, and there's the other one that I already mentioned. Anyway, I read them, and it brought a tear to my eye because he edited my behemoth of a book. He knows my style, knows my approach to it, and I just thought these are brilliant. These are absolutely brilliant, and I'm going to be very happy. And you know, in 3 years, I could have 40 or 50 books out, because I've got that many short stories that I've already told on YouTube. And if you have a book of, say, 15 short stories or 10 short stories, because some of my short stories are 40 minutes, and in written words, that's about 20,000 words. So I could have like books of 10 short stories, and I could have 10 of them out, 20 of them out. And they're really good. He's really nailed it. Thank you, our pal. I wasn't sure whether I was making sense here, but people can buy them. And then in the back of the Crack Diaries, you advertise the first novel, the big one. Oh, did you read Dirty, Clean, and In Between? Here's a discount code that will get you 20% off if you buy it within 2 months of buying this book. So then you can advertise all your other books, giving discounts off and all that. Oh, do you know that if you buy 3 of my books within the next month, I'll give you 30% off. So you can continually market and advertise your books. Get on the podcast, get on the YouTube channels. Oh, what are you up to? Well, I've just published a new book. And so I'm really excited about that, because I was worried that they might have been crap. Someone else transcribing it might have been crap. But he's a traditional published author. He made an absolute fortune with Thames and Hudson. He knows what he's doing. Thank you, Batch. See you later, Burlington Bertie. It's been lovely to have you here. Well, the chances are the big one will be coming out after some of the shorter ones, and that way I can build up to advertising the big one, because it might make a bit more sense. I just haven't had the time for that big one. Hello, John. John says this: most took it as you're not supporting nationalism, not supporting white well-being, our people's wellness. I think people don't care about grift, but they do care about being lied to. Lots of bullshit out there. Yeah, it's madness. I haven't changed any of those thoughts at all. You know, I just you watch. Mark my words. Mark my words. In about 6 months, there'll be about 3 nationalist channels left on YouTube in England. In England, they'll all be gone. Where's Reva? Where's Reva? I don't see much of Reva anymore. Where's Wes gone? Where's Harry gone? Where's Harry gone? Dan's gone. Hugh told me he's taking a bit of time off. I'm still here. I've just tried to be a little bit cleverer about it, because I think if we do all that, they win. You know, you try and write about me in a newspaper now. That evil Dangerfield. Well, you know, Natty's gone. Yeah, the Groiper stream's gone. When you say Natty's gone, is Natty not doing anything at all now? Those that are left are already telling their fans to check them out on Odyssey. JC, never doubted you, to be honest. It was just an issue of clarity, matey, that's all. People are instinctively reactive. But it was damn sad, JC, because I've already got YouTube hacking away at my subs. And then I had that. I mean, you know, I was getting 350, 300. And look, 117. I mean, don't worry, we'll build it back up. But it will take time, it will take effort. Why the world has slowed down, that cheeky bastard. Hey, I'll show you what that cheeky bastard said about me. Hang on. I can't watch his videos without wanting to kill myself. And then anyone who watches Way of the World's videos, they don't stumble upon them and go, oh, this is interesting. They know exactly what they're going to get when they get there. They get it and they leave feeling depressed. That doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help nationalism. It helps suicides. I've got no time for those black pill streams whatsoever. Let me see if I can find this for you. Let me see if I can find this for you. Yeah, have a look at this. Hang on. Hello, John. Got a new motor. Have a look at this. Have your mind blown by this. Never said a bad word about me to my face before, ever. And then out of the blue says this. When I do this live, this is not a nationalist channel. And then I say all that blah, 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 blah. And this is what I said. It is with both some relief and some sadness that I am announcing this channel is no longer a nationalist channel. In truth, the regulars, the glorious House of Scrubs, have known it to be something quite different, a place of community, a place of personal growth, a place where we can be honest, accepting and learn to overcome some of the things that hold us back in life. Do I still think all peoples of all nations should have their own ancestral homelands? Of course. So do most of the population of the world. But with a few things that have been going on over the last year, I've decided to step to the side a little and focus on areas where I feel I have more to offer. Enjoy. And under that, Way of the World's comment was, when super chats matter more than your own people. Yeah, that's right, because less nationalism is more super chats. You know, that's how you make the super chats. By look at PWR. Look at when Mark and Laura stream. It's just bang, 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 bang. I thought that was unnecessarily cheeky, and there's no data to prove that. Just doesn't like me. By the way, this is a geezer's net. We don't know his name, first name, second name, or seen his face ever. What a funny thing to say. It's so delusional to think that in 2021 that videos reach anyone who aren't looking for them anyway. No one on YouTube is getting red pilled anymore. They go and see the videos that they know already exist, the channels that they know already exist. There's not enough of them to red pill people anymore, which is why my channel changed into something about personal growth. Things that will actually give you freedom, give you choices, how to improve yourself as a person. I asked you the other day, by the way, but I screwed it up. Right, listen, and as many of you, if as many of you can answer this as possible, even the most delightfuls and the lurkers, it would be handy, right? Not including this show, so not including the Glorious House of Scrubs, right? Thank you, Buster Brook. Thank you, all you people who've said very nice things there. Not including this show, how many channels do you watch, nationalist channels, do you watch on the regular? And by on the regular, I mean at least 4 out of 5 of them. So not including this one, how many of you watch nationalist channels on the regular? 4 out of 5 of them. Look how many zeros. None. Yaffa watches 1. Nora watches 1. Zen Maverick says none. 0. Well, that's fine, but that was 3 or 4 years ago. The climate has changed. And as we know from Darwin, those who are able to adapt the quickest will survive. And that's what I've done. I've adapted to a different climate. The climate is different. And I want to offer something that still helps our people, that gives them the chance to create. You know, I've tried to inspire you to get you into a bit of stretching, a bit of looking after yourself, trying to get you into investing in stocks and stuff. Someone in one of the comments in that video that said this isn't a nationalist channel anymore, I think it was one of the top or the first things said, this cunt said there's no point saving your money anymore. He just wants us to get rid of all our money. No, what I said was leaving your money in the bank is probably the worst thing you can do with it. But no, forget actually listening to what I said and actually processing it. Be like you're in the school playground. No, you said this, you idiot. And look, Look how many people. None, because people know it all. How many? I can't do it. I can't watch those videos where, oh look, here's loads of European people being torched out of their houses, getting the shit kicked out of them. It's just not for me. Yeah, are we talking about Steve Turley? Yeah, Steve Turley's brilliant. Not a nationalist, really, though. He's a newsreader, but he is brilliant. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Epic X only watched me and Dan. John Palmer, not many. I mean, even me sometimes, if I'm working and I just want something rattling in the background and something comes up that I might watch, but it's over. I'm not saying nationalism's over. I'm saying this strategy is over. They own this platform. They do what they want, and they do what they want to other platforms as well. And we need to start. If you look at most of the new platforms, look at DLive, right? Look at Twitch. Look at most of the ones now. You stream, but you don't build up an archive. You don't build up an archive of videos because people don't want it. People don't want years and years of things you said that our enemies can use against us. Oh, hello, here's 4 years of things I've said, largely joking, largely improvised. Take them out of context, put them together in a nice little package and send them off to your local councillor, which is what people have been doing, by the way. That's how they got rid of the iconoclasts. They put together a little collection of Dan's quotes and comments, sent them off to Muslim councillors, who then sent them off to YouTube. And 2 days before Dan's article came out in the Times, in the Telegraph, or what it was, bosh, channel gone. Professor Yaffle, you cheeky little yaff, you're gonna fix it. That's bloody lovely of you, mate. Thank you very much. Nice one, Yaff. That's really very kind of you. That will make a significant difference. Yeah, I like Saint Harrison, but here's the problem. I think Saint Harrison is a comedy genius, and I mean that. The geezer is an actual weird bloke, but they won't tolerate him for much longer. You can't say that. It's just he's under the radar. And all it takes is one of those many leftists who sit there from morning till noon, just morning till night, just sitting there looking for channels like his, report, gone. Professor Yaffle, dropping a bullseye was very generous of you. Thank you very much. But also remember that I am available if you want to talk, even if you just want to. Even if you just want to vent, even if you just want to tell someone what's happening. Batch says this, Chris, I find the better content comes from the non-nationalist channels. They seem more accepting of approaching the problem from different angles. Well, exactly. And they don't say the things that get them banned. They don't say the things that get them banned. And that has had to stop. It's a different climate now. It's not like it was. Look, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, the idea of YouTube was to make videos and have them in a like an archive, so people could find your channel. And give me a 1 in the chat if you ever done this in the last 10 years. You'd find a channel and you'd binge watch the shit out of it. Give me a 1 if in the last 10 years you found a channel on YouTube and you were just like, next, this is brilliant. Next, tell your friends. Next, tell your friends. Bosh, 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 bosh. That's how it used to work. But we're not there anymore. You can't have all that stuff out there. They use it against you. They use it against you. You know, they take little clips and little cuts out of context, and they shut us down. That's what they do. It's a tactic that's working for them. So we need to respond with a different strategy. And I'm happy to take that on, even though I get people going, yeah, super chats are more important than your own people. Oh, yeah, I wonder how much you're pulling in with your 120,000 subscribers. Maybe we should have a look at that data. I mean, we'll compare it with mine, shall we? Exactly. Loads of them ended up in like prison for like 8 or 9 years. Yes, Mr. Maverick, yes. Leon the Froggy said, I binged watched Dr. Randacam. I only found you because I mistook you for him. Thanks. But yeah, I mean, even that grifting thing, you don't see it in America on the American right or the American left, and you don't see it in the English left. You see British left channels with those money flowing in. Everyone's like, yeah, nice one, go on, because they know it encourages them to make more and longer content. Not the nationalist right in England. You grifter, look at them giving him money. Look at that. Ugh, he just sits there talking, they give him money. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Don't give him any. Don't make him do it for nothing. Because that's how you get more channels. Yeah, sure. Sure. We need to adapt, and we need to adapt. We need to adapt quickly. That's what happens with survival. Those bodies that can adapt to the changing environment the fastest will survive. I'm done, Zen. I'm done, mate. You're right. I'm done. And also, I'm preaching to the converted because you're all still here. Anyway, I've got something to show you. Yeah, the truths was gross, man. It was absolutely gross. Thank you, Aramas. I will do. And you know, I do get a few quid, and it does. You know, I've outright said it before. I am happy to do 2 streams a day, hour and a half to 2 hours, because I get a few quid for it. It allows me to sacrifice time that I should be working. I don't get any donations, and I'm not working. I'm losing money. And in life, you need money. The girlfriend wants a baby. Girlfriend wants me to buy a house. I'm sorry, love. I couldn't buy a house because I was doing 4 hours streaming a day and making £1.50. Thank you very much, Batch. But you know. Hello, Illuminatus. Have you been here long? We've been talking about the old Amazon thing. You're going to see my marketing campaign go crazy, and you're going to make your way over to Cambodia and hit me over the head with a wet sausage. Right, so anyway, let's have a little look at this. There's a beautiful YouTube channel called White Underbelly, or Soft White Underbelly. Very good interviews, beautifully shot, just a lock off. Sometimes there's a little introduction shot, but then it's just a lock off, crisp as life, black and white. And this is a geezer that makes moonshine up in Steve Campbell's neck of the woods, up in alopecia. I know it ain't alopecia. It's just my hilarious jokes. I can never remember how to say it. Appalachia. There you go. We got there. You'll enjoy this if you haven't seen it, Stephen. You might even know the fella. So check this out. Nice one, Deadbeat Chef, for the gift. We'll show that up when we do all of them on Entropy at the end. Bloke About Town knows it. Yeah, he interviews porn stars. Well, this stars thing, they're just porn actresses, prostitutes, meth heads, heroin addicts, just the sort of the rough underbelly of life. But they're very good interviews. Yeah, I'm really into it as well, Bloke About Town. I haven't seen the Inbreds, no. But we're going to have a little look at a bit of the old alopecia, because he's on there because he's the local moonshine maker and addict. Moonshine, it's 140% proof, but I thought the most you could get was 100% proof, because it's proof. You put a light to it, and if it ignites, you've proven that it ignites. I thought that's what proof was, but when you see him, you won't be too surprised that he's occasionally getting a few facts wrong. But this is someone who comes from Campbell's neck of the woods, and Campbell said that if I can get out there, he'll show me around. And can you, Stephen? No jokes, mate. I'm asking you seriously. If I can get out there and if I can some way you can put me up somewhere. And I'll tell you why. I don't want an hotel. I'd prefer to be in a property. If not, no worries. I'm not looking for a blag. I'll throw a few $100. But yeah, but our pal, proof originally meant proving that it ignites to a flame. So how can you have 140 because you've got to 100 once you've lit it 100 times? What, you're just going to keep lighting it, I suppose, until it's gone 140 times? I suppose so. I suppose it could be that. Maybe. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this lad from... This is a geezer from Stephen Campbell's neck of the woods. It's your old man. I apologise if it's your old man, Stephen. Cheeky bugger. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. Beaver Bailey, his name is, Stephen. Beaver Bailey. Apparently everyone on the manor knows him. But I can't imagine you're out buying too much moonshine. Well, who's to say? It's subtitled, by the way, because he's a little bit worse for wear. Let me know you've got the sound. Anyone lies is going to get timed out because it ruins it for everyone. All right, here we go.
All right, Beaver.
Yeah.
Beaver. Tell me where you grew up. Where are you from originally?
Harlan County, Kentucky.
Harlan County. And tell me about your childhood. You had both your parents when you were a kid?
Both my parents, yeah.
What kind of childhood do you have?
Well, my family have 8. I 12 of us. I was 8 youngest. I had a lot of hand-me-down, but I had a pretty decent life. I mean,
Yeah, this is a poor part of the country, and your family was probably poor.
My dad had to go out to work. He worked out of state.
What'd your dad do?
He did carpenter work.
Carpenter.
Built tables, co-tables.
And how was mom?
My mom, she's a housewife. She raised the garden, told us what we know, what we really know. Dad stayed gone 5 days out of the week. Come on weekend. Now he stays drunk all weekend.
And you left home at what age?
13 when I stayed home.
What kind of kid were you?
Hard to handle. Oh man, he whooped me all the time. And I just coming up holler, I'd leave. I'd hit the mountain. My mom would break me up.
So you left home at 13?
13, yeah.
And went up to where?
I went to slept in barns, people's garages, buildings, basement smokhouses.
You finished high school?
Huh?
Did you go to high school?
I went about a year in high school.
Yeah.
And just didn't interest me. I would want something else, something bigger, something better.
What kind of things have you done for work in your life?
Well, carpenter, built a couple houses. Like block and brick, rock, carpenter work, shingles, sand. And I learned that out of my dad and brother.
Right. And you make moonshine.
Yes, I made moonshine, yes.
And tell me about moonshine. How do you make moonshine?
Well, you gotta make beer first. You gotta put malted corn. Then once it sprouts, you gotta ground it up. Then put it in a barrel of water. Then you add water. Then you add the yeast. Then you add your meal. And then you add your sugar. More sugar you make, more liquor you got. So you.
Richard, we watched it on this channel. Yeah, what happens when you let people just drink or inhale glue? One girl's case. Can you believe that geezer was after her as well? Yuck. But anyway, yeah, if no one's seen The Wet House, it's definitely worth a watch.
You got a 55-gallon drum. You put 50 pounds sugar. Then you wait it germinate. And you taste it every couple of days. And then it turns into beer. Then you put it in a still. Then you run it through a couple of worms. Then you got a thump keg. And then you run your worm into cold water. And once that steam hits that cold water, it just turns into alcohol. It just drop it in a jug, in a jar.
It ends up clear as water, right?
Clear as water, yeah.
There's a bottle of it right in front of you. What is moonshine like? Is it like vodka? Is it like?
Well, it's got your own taste.
It's harder than whiskey or vodka, right?
More like a bourbon than it is anything else. Comes out of steel about 140 proof.
140 proof.
Then you got clear, good 80 proof or 90 proof or 100 proof. Old man always drunk 100 proof liquor. Anything 100 proof won't hurt you.
And how do you drink it? You don't drink it, right?
You sip on it.
You just put your lips.
Anything under 100 proof won't hurt you. I mean, that is classic addict advice. A 99 proof homemade using a still. If it's 99 proof, you're gonna be all right. It's fucking amazing. But I've heard that before. You don't drink it. You don't take glugs of it. You touch that stuff on your lips, and 10 minutes later, you don't know what fucking planet you're on.
Yeah. Comes out of steel about 140 proof.
140 proof.
Then you got to take good clear water to temper it down to where you want 80 proof or 90 proof or 100 proof. Old man always drunk 100 proof liquor. Anything 100 proof won't hurt you.
And how do you drink it? You don't drink it, right?
Yeah, you sip on it.
You just put your lips to it, really.
That you drink quick, you drunk quick. It knock you on the ass pretty quick.
And moonshine is popular here in this part of the country?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, a lot of people we've talked to said, "Can you get me any moonshine?" And
yeah.
Told them I'm going to talk to you, and they said, "Yeah, get me some."
Stephen, I don't want you to get in trouble, and the choice is yours. But Stephen, is it a thing that the kids do? I only say that as because most in England, most working class white kids will have their drug of choice, and it will tend to be the cheapest. Like in my neck of the woods, southeast London, North Kent, it's sulfate. It's amphetamine sulfate, which you make in the bath. You literally make it in the bath, and it stinks to high heaven. I can smell it now. Someone would come in your room with a plastic bag of it, and you'd smell it like over the other side of the room. And it's fucking heavy stuff, sulfate is the one. So the question I've got for you, there's two questions. Is it a thing that a lot of the youngsters get hold of? Is it a bit like, because it's obviously cheap, you can probably pick up moonshine for next to nothing, I'd imagine. And the second question, of course, is, did you indulge?
It's pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
Tell a couple people you and find it.
It's illegal.
It's illegal, yeah.
Yeah. What are the penalties like for making moonshine?
It's jail. It's federal offense. Still federal offense.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have it still, but you can't have it put together.
What's the purpose of having a drink that's so strong?
Well, they say the stronger the better. I mean, it won't kill all the worms in you. They say cheap liquor, rot guts.
Right.
It hurts you. Only always drunk 100 proof liquor.
Yeah.
Stephen Campbell, who literally comes from this neck of the woods. I mean, this is his area. He says, Dangerfield, the kids in this area, which I have visited before, drink any booze. Moonshine is what the old timers drink. And yes, I have had moonshine from 60 miles from his town. Oh my God, I've got to get out there. I'm desperate. Stephen, if I get out there, do we get to go round houses and listen to them doing all the music and the clog dancing, or am I fetishizing things too much? Or is there an actual chance that we can listen to some of that music and the old clog dancing? Serious question, I do apologize if I'm sort of buying into media mythologies, but that documentary about the clog dancing, it just blew me away. It was beautiful, and I'd love to be able to go and sit in on some of that. So let me have a go. Yeah, the Irish stuff is poachine. It's their version of moonshine, poachine, and it's the thing about poachine. That's known about poachine. The next day you drink a glass of water, and it kicks off the alcohol again, and you'll be absolutely pissed for another 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, I've had poachine. They used to make that down in the Happy Valley. But that's not made like moonshine. He said there that, first of all, so they're obviously making it from hops or barley or something, whereas poachine is from fermented potatoes, I think, much like vodka. I mean, if anyone can correct me or agree with me on that. Yeah, poachine is potatoes, isn't it? Yeah, you don't need to make the beer base first. You just ferment the potatoes. That's right. Nice one, Ian. Oh, it's actually the skin, is it? They just ferment the skin. Okay, interesting. What's old Campbell talking about? Here we go. They don't do it that much anymore, but I can show you everything that Appalachia is about, but we probably won't see any clog dancers. If not the clog dancers, what about the music? Would I be invited into a house if you explain to them that, you know, I won't be getting my iPhone out to take videos, none of that. I just want to experience a bit of that Appalachian mountain music, and that would rip my heart apart. That would, if you could sort that out. But don't mate, I don't want this to become a mad obligation. And if you can't do it and you can't sort it out, then just let me know, obviously. But that would be something else, man. That would be something else.
Your dad used to drink it?
Yeah, you done it all the time. Man, you're working.
Yeah. And tell me about your life. So you got married at one point?
Yeah, got married in 90. Went together 20-some years before she died. 21 years, really. She died of cancer in 2011.
And you have a daughter?
Have one daughter, yeah. She was born in 2014.
Since you're...
Since my woman died, yeah.
Yeah.
It sure got me over her.
Mm-hmm.
And then this girl ended up, that one wish would come true. I wish I had a young before I died. I raised 3 step-youngins, you know. Her boy was a year and a half old when we got together.
Zen Maverick, it looks like that's all he's done all his life is sit and light his farts. His whole body is just one giant lit fart.
Now, you know, I walked both my girls down the aisle. The real dad are still living, but that's the only time I wore tux in my life. Was in 2 weddings.
Yeah. Tell me about living in Appalachia. It's one of the poorest parts of the country.
It's hard to get a dollar, you know.
It's hard to make money here. Very few jobs.
Unless you got garden work or, you know, odd jobs for people.
And coal mining, which used to be the only option, is fading
job,
away.
I didn't like coal mining.
Yeah.
Because it's dangerous. Or logging. I didn't like logging because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you consider yourself a hillbilly?
Yes, 100%.
Tell me about, what is a hillbilly? Is it a derogatory term? Is it a negative term?
Well, it's human.
It's interesting, isn't it? Do you consider yourself a hillbilly? And he's like, "Hello, Jason," and he's like, "Yeah, I am, yeah." And certainly in England we consider it a pejorative. You're a hillbilly. Yeehaw! Here comes the hillbilly. They're the hicks. And he's actually he's proud of it. He's proud of that, which is a good thing because it's his culture.
You're born and raised on the land. You live off the land if you wanted to.
You're proud of being a hillbilly.
I'm proud of it. Yeah. Wouldn't take nothing else. Wouldn't be nothing else.
And what is a hillbilly? Tell me, what's your definition of a hillbilly?
Live on your own. Live off the land. You know, don't take pride in everything you do. And you know, that's about it.
It's almost like an outlaw.
Yeah, I've been outlaw
for this part of the country, right?
Outlaw from a while, yeah. But I've had my share in jail time.
Have you?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff got you in jail?
Drugs.
Drugs. You used to use drugs?
Yeah, I do drugs. Yeah.
You still do?
Once in a while.
What have you played with in the past?
Cocaine, heroin, 2 times, marijuana. I still smoke marijuana once in a while.
Mm-hmm. I think the first time I photographed you, you had a whole field of marijuana.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. It's almost identical to an old.
Marijuana.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, wow.
It's almost identical to an old Mitch Hedberg joke. I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too. Little bit more of this because it's gold. I mean, I've watched it twice through already.
That's 12 years ago.
Yeah. And living here, I mean, what are the upsides and downsides of Appalachia? I mean, the doctors and dentists are very few and far between, right?
Yeah, it's hard to pay bills. You ain't got no income. You know, I do SSI now though, but
right,
because of my health. You know.
How old are you now?
I'm 58.
58.
Yeah.
And have you traveled? Have you been to other parts of the country?
Holy fuck, 58. Who thought he was 58? Look at him. I had him down for 70. 58. The geezer's 10 years older than me. No jokes based on that. Look at that though. That is quite something. Well, there you go. I'll give you that. I mean, look, I'm no spring chicken, but I'm 10 years younger than him. 25 years on the heroin, a few years of crack and speed in there, and that geezer's 10 years older than me. I mean, maybe it goes downhill now. Maybe I'll be here. Maybe I'd be doing a YouTube channel. Hello, Moslab. Maybe I'll be doing a YouTube channel in 10 years, and I'll be here, and they'll be subtitling me while I'll be going, "No, I used to do the heroin, and the police got me in trouble. I used to write books, and but I never got any sold. And I don't know why. I don't know why I'd have developed an American accent while my body deteriorated. But I suppose as you're well, there you go. It's he doesn't stretch enough. No, I cut it off. Or did it go black? Did the screen go black? Yeah, if you run too much of a video without interrupting it, as far as they're concerned, you're just streaming other people's content on your channel. So they just say, nah. It's like someone. You can get paid to play on YouTube, like you can pay and watch Ghostbusters. Well, I could pay my $3.50 to watch Ghostbusters, but I could then stream that on my channel, and I don't know. Leon the Froggy says you look like Davros. That's very kind of you, Leon. I don't know what you look like. Which is a shame, I suppose. There you go, though. That was the Moonshiner. An interesting geezer for sure. Right, we've done nearly 2 hours, people. Let's go through some of these super chats and entropies. Right, we had, which has somehow disappeared. We had Yaf's bullseye, which was very nice. Thank you very much for that, Yaf. I'm gonna risk refreshing entropy. If they all go, I'm gonna be screwed here. Oh no, they come back. I'm hoping Yaf's is there, or maybe entropy wasn't working when he done that one. Yeah, it don't look like it because there's no bullseye there, that's for sure. But we had Yaf's bullseye, so that was much appreciated. I'll show you the screen. I've got it quite big there. Okay, I did sort out Twitch, by the way. This morning, Rags, so you have been on Just Chatting. Stephen Campbell said, Dangerfield, although there is a festival from my hometown that they do once a year, we'll tell you over email if you want, so as not to dox myself. Well, make sure you write that email in your car just to be super safe. But yeah, for sure. I mean, it's going to be a question of getting a waiver, and I don't know. Or I could just blag it. I've had mates with previous who've just lied. They've just said, no, I didn't kill anyone, not ever. No, I didn't get caught with 9 ounces of crack. That never happened. So I'm just going to say no. So I could blag it. One of my mates, well, Sebastian Ormsley, he got stopped at JFK because he had his silly top hat on, and he turned up like Beau Brummel, basically. And they looked at him and they were like, you got any previous? He was like, well, it depends what you mean previous. I've certainly done a lot of things. Are you talking about ladies? And they went, enough of your stupid English wit. Got on Google. They got on Google. Sebastian Ormsley. Sebastian Ormsley, A Life of Drugs and Prostitution. Get out. They Googled him. Can you believe it? Can you believe they took Google over his passport? Who touched you while you were at Brightside School? Bob from Billericay? Good Lord, I'll tell you the worst. Thank you, Vulture Droid. I'll take that. I quite like the look of my boat. I'll tell you the worst touching, the most bizarre school touching I know. First of all, we'll get the tune up because there's a lot. We have covered this, but there'll be a few more people. That Harry Marsh said that dude is more genuine than you'll ever be, Chris. Okay, there's no sense of projection there at all or anything. You haven't exposed yourself in the slightest. I'm going to show you this little. There's so many little bits to this story. It's worth having. Right, how do I do it? There you go. I've got it. I had to sing it in my head. Right, let's see if I can find the proper version with him on top of the pops. There you go. Right. So there's a few parts of this story. So for your own benefit, try not to miss any. Because I'm going to put the light on. For your own benefit, try not to miss any because there's some absolute corkers here. Oh, nice light. Actually got darker. This is a pentagram of nastiness, but it's got some laughs in it as well. And the victim, because there is a victim of sexual abuse, doesn't give a shit. So he's not a victim. I know he's a good friend of mine, and he doesn't give a shit because it was a public school, and he said it was there was no girls there, so they just like boys and girls experiment at school sexually in their teens. When you're at an all boys, it was Radley. Radley. You've got like Eton, Harrow, Radley. Top school. It's quite funny actually on the Illuminati. What? Not Illuminatus. On the what's the word? Illumini. On the alumni. People who went to that school page, it will have a picture of someone, and it will be like, so-and-so went on to become a fighter pilot in the Royal Air Force. So-and-so went on to become a lord in the blah, blah, blah. So-and-so become an oil baron for BP. And it's all these really, high-ranking, very overachieving people. And there you go. It's a weird word, though, isn't it? Alumni. That's it. Alumni. Thank you. Thank you all. And then it gets to my mates. Oi, football. Oh, why did you have to change your name, Richard? You know what I'm talking about, didn't you? Richard, are you still here? Foot golf is back. I'll give you 2 seconds to answer. Fuck me, it's like double jeopardy round here. 1, and 2 and. Well, I reckon they'll come back. See you later, Linda. Take care, love. Have a good day. There you go. Yeah, exactly him. Exactly him, right? So you've got all these other alumni, and they're like, they've done all these really amazing things. And it says, bleep, bleep, became a drug addict and was living in the squats on the Portobello Road within 6 months of leaving school. It's an absolute shocker. He really didn't do too well. Anyway, so remember him, right? Remember, friend of mine, friend of Richard's, and very good friend of mine, saved my life, and probably Richard's actually. I don't know how Richard feels about that, but even with a fair few relapses behind me, the stuff he taught me about myself certainly saved my life. So now I want you to check out this fella. This is David Dundas. But what you might not know is it's not David Dundas. It's Lord David Dundas. He's an actual Lord. Lord David Dundas. Now that doesn't go good. Yeah, likewise. That doesn't go down too well in the pop scene. Lord David Dundas. So they omitted it. But he's a real life Lord, right? This geezer. And this song was made famous from a petrol advert, and I think it was Esso, was it? I got a tiger in my tank. That was the lyric. I got a tiger in my tank, and I do when I went. Right, anyway, so here we go. Check out a bit of Lord. There's a reason I'm showing you this. Check out a bit of Lord David Dundas. I have to interrupt it occasionally, but beautiful sound. That's a Fender Rhodes, isn't it? Sounds like it anyway. Beautiful.
When I wake up in the morning light, I pull on my jeans and I feel alright. I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on. I pull my blue jeans.
And again, I have to stop it, but quite interesting. There's 4 bars of 4 there, and then there's a little bar of 2. I put my blue jeans on. I put my blue jeans on. And then straight into the next one. Now, Lord David Dundas, well, get him up on the screen again.
Jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on. It's the weekend, and I know that you're free. So pull on.
So there's our friend Lord David Dundas. Now he was the bloke who inspired our friend. I can't remember his fucking name now. You know the movie With Nal and I? He was I was based on him. Lord David Dundas was based on him. People asking why they know this song was because it was used in a petrol advert. It was on telly, you know, every other set of advert breaks. Because he says I got a tiger in my tank, and I think a tiger was the Esso logo at the time. That's why you know it. It was very popular, and it went to #1. I think it was It might have been With now, but it would appear to be more of an I character. he based it upon him. So you've got that is funny, of course. Him being Lord David Dundas is funny, of course. Him being I from With Nail and I is funny, of course. And then we bring it all together when this fella, Lord David Dundas, wanked my mate off in the food queue at dinner time at his public school. And I said to him, "See you later, Stephen. Take care, Rags. Look after yourself, mate." Yeah, yes, that's the problem is current year. That's what's making me think. That's what's making me think I'm thinking it's him, but it might actually just be, you know, who knows? But it was definitely one of them. And I've gone to my mate. I said, "Hey," Moslab says, "Weird. He doesn't look gay at all with the old sheet sleeveless vest." I said to him, "Yeah, it was the weird bit, wasn't it?" And I said to my mate, I went, hang on a minute. Because I said to him, I said, "I'll tell you what I was listening to last night." I said, "Do you remember that song? When I wake up and the morning light, I put on my jeans and I feel all right. I put my jeans on. I put my blue jeans on. There's that weird little 2-beat. And he went, "Yeah." He went, "David Dundas." I went, "That's him." I said, "I was watching it on YouTube last night. This is about 10 years ago." And he said, "He's actually Lord David Dundas." Oh, and is it? He went, "Yeah." He went, "He was a lord. He was a lord at school." He said, and I was like, "Fucking hell." He said, there was a lot of lords at Radley, though. Don't worry about it. And I said, "Yeah, but how does someone go about wanking you off in the school food queue?" I said, "Because I tell," he went, "Well, we all had to line up down one side, and all the food was like, you know, behind glass, and you'd say what you want, and the woman who worked for 20p a day that couldn't even afford the school tie on a month's wages would just slap it on your plate and all that." And he said, so it was like an opportunity for him just to sort of put his hand in my pocket, grab hold of my cock and just sort of give it a few up and downs and that. And I said to him, "You know what? If someone at my school had put their hand in someone else's pocket and started wanking them off, they'd have got their head smashed in. They'd have got their head pushed through the window." And he went, "I must admit, I did think about it." He said, "But there was a kind of a hierarchy thing. And so you just sort of had to put up with it." Oh, yeah, they are. All that fagging is jokes, isn't it? Like Eton Rifles talks about all that. When he says, "Sup up your beer and collect your fags." In Eton, at Eton, they have fagging. And fagging is where when you move up a year, when the new year come, you get a boy. You get a boy from the new year, and he's your fag. And he does shit for you. He polishes your shoes and you know, cleans your room, and almost certainly sucks your penis. But there you go. Well, I didn't think of it, but I was using it in the context of a historical, you know. Well, there you go. It's one way of looking at it. So there you go. An interesting story of Lord David Dundas with Nail and I and a friend of mine waiting for his dinner and getting somewhat more than he bargained for. It's a shame to go now because the numbers are moving up, but I've got to do a day's work and it's 6:30 in the evening for me now. Let's have a look at these super chats. We had Yap's bullseye. That's disappeared, but we certainly had it. Let's have a look at them. Well, I'm glad they seem to have disappeared. Stop it, wanker. First time it's ever been used correctly. Oi, Tosser. Okay, Deadbeat Chess said Griftware. Stephen Campbell said, I have every country's IQ memorized, the US crime stats memorized, the UK grooming stats memorized, lots of incidents memorized, and we've always got iHypocrite on BitChute if we want a video of that crap. I don't need more repeats. There you go. It's a different climate. We know it all. We know what's going on. And anyone who says, yeah, what about the youngsters? What, the ones who are going to school and seeing 2 white kids? Yeah, they certainly need to get on YouTube to find out what's going on. Campbell, 2 years in prison for running moonshine. When he got out, he got a job as a deputy sheriff. Later, he'd pay people a pint of whiskey and $1 on local election day to people if they voted correctly. This is why I want to go there, man. Ledden drops a $5 and says, this is a test. Nice one, Ledden. Rebecca drops a $3 and says, working. The question, Rebecca, are you still working? Are you still clean, my dear? Because you're going through that bit where it's getting fucking boring now. Are you still clean? Don't feel obliged to answer if you don't want to. And if you aren't still clean, we've all done it, love. We're drug addicts. It's what we do. But you might still be on it. Clark's Undercover Army drops 3. He says, hi, Nana. Scrubs rising. Lovely. Not a clue what he's talking about, but they're the ones I like best. Linda Hunter said, entropy is atrophied down under, but I'm glad you sorted it. Thank you, Linda. And Respawn dropped to Lady Godiva and said, yeah, now it works. Chrissy is saying refresh entropy. So I'm going to do it, but it didn't work last time. So you get all, oi, you little Chrissy, cheeky Chrisoid. There's a load more turned up. Good call, Chrissy. Chrissy said, hey, Chris and the Scrubs. Beautiful day here. Dawn Browning dropped a $10. I've been playing with the like to dislike ratio. I clicked dislike when it was 9, then it went to 11 dislikes. I clicked like and the dislikes went back to 9. Yeah, those cheeky buggers, eh? Absolute cheek of it. Thank you very much, people. Thank you very much. We will do that. We will do that. We will stop that. People, it's actually for a stream that was going all over the shop at the beginning. For a stream where this was my comeback stream. This was the stream that after all the nearly 4 weeks of grief and grift and everything I've had, this was my comeback stream. But I've had my GP, and he says he wants me to make a calendar. 4 weeks, how much sleep, what days, what I'm eating, anything else I do, any exercise, yoga, blah blah blah. that's a lovely friend to have, isn't it? Because you don't get that off your GP. And then he said, "We'll have a look at that." And then he even said, he said, "Send me over a couple of mil of blood as well." Because when I used to go and see him, and I used to have to give him blood, I got no veins. You can't get blood out of me. You have to go into my femoral vein, and he's not allowed to do that, and I'm not allowed to do it. But I said, well, one of us is going to, and it ain't going to be you. I ain't going to have you pin cushioning me like penis Jesus. So I've gone in and pulled out, got him 2 mil. Lovely. So he said, yeah, do that. And then he just said, seal up the ends of the syringe, pull the needle off and seal them up. Bit of monster, what they call it, Gorilla Glue will help. And send me that. We'll have a look at your blood and we'll see if there's anything going on. How nice is that? How nice is that? When he writes back and goes, yeah, it's all right. You've just got a touch of AIDS. Very massive thanks to you lot who've been hanging on while there's a lot of people attacking us. We will rise again. I promise you. I knew I was taking a risk with that nationalist thing, but here's the dance. You keep your numbers and lose your channel, or you keep your channel and lose your numbers. A spastic doesn't work that out. I worked it out. People, it's been an absolute pleasure. It always is. I will stream later as well. I'll try and see if there's a LAN somewhere. LAN. Hello, have you got a LAN? No, I haven't. Ah, bollocks. I don't think I've done that again every freaking time. People, I'll see you probably about 4 o'clock UK time this afternoon. I need you to help me. I need you to ask friends to come along. I need you to share links on social media. I need you to email your friends and say, maybe check out this geezer. You might like him. I know a lot of people like to keep their streams to themselves and not have their friends involved, but we've got to do some different things here because we've got it coming at us from all angles, all right? We really do need some scrubs rising. Take care, people. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. I will see you about 4 o'clock UK time.
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. The joy of loving is to live in the world of man.
Nice one, Ed. Might be able to catch up with you on that journey as well then.
Someone who's waiting for
And thanks for the donations too.
The world will be yours for a toy. Music starts to play, night will turn to day. Darkness disappears when the one you love is near. You're in man. All the world loves the lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of man. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king, the dreams you dream come true. One you love loves you.
Enjoy the rest of your day, people. We are approaching the weekend. This is Airport Dangerfield. This is Airport Dangerfield. We are rapidly approaching the weekend. It will be Wednesday tomorrow, and then it'll be weekend eve. I look forward to seeing you there, and I need you to bring some friends. Okay? Zada. When I wake up and I get hungry.